Eric, I need you to check WhatsApp, the general staff WhatsApp. I've sent you the title that you're going to be using for today's class. Everyone, I want to welcome you and thank you for being a part of today's class. We're going to be having a great time by the grace of God. So are we ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're using the office this time around. Good to see you guys. Those of you live in the office. How are you guys today? Welcome. Can I have some of you introduce yourself if you can? Just your name quickly. Just let's go around. Everybody. We'll start with the man drinking malt. Maltina. Totutu. Maltina, tutu. Yeah. What's your name? Isoko. Okay, next person. Your name is what? Prince, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Who else?
My name is Adeni.
Hey, good to see you. Yes. Mr. Tunde. Your name is Mr. Wale, right? Oduwale. Nice to meet you, Mr. Taufik. You've been quite consistent. You've been quite consistent in the class. It's impressive. Well done. Next person. Huh? Mr. Bidemi Abi.
Stephen Adeni Joseph. Your namesake, sir.
My namesake, Mr. Stephen. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. Who else?
Raman.
I can't see Raman. You need to move the laptop a bit so I could see him. Okay, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Who else? Next?
Michael Ozeho.
Michael Ozeho. Next?
Benita. Mrs. Benita.
The only lady in the house. You're welcome. Yes, next? Ola?
Olatunji.
Olatunji Jide. Good to see you. Thank you. Who else? Oladayo. Okay. Oladayo. Next person.
Mr. Ifeanyi
Ifeanyi. Yes, next.
Mr. Ife Oluyole.
Ife Oluyole. Good to see you all. For those of you on Zoom call, can you just type on the chat button your name and where you're joining us from? I believe we also have some joining us on YouTube and on some other platforms. I want to welcome everybody and good to see you guys. Today I want to, have, are we live now on YouTube, on social media? Okay, I have Adeyemi from Lagos on Zoom joining us. Solomon also from Lagos on Zoom. Has Charity from Calabar, Anne Soyan from Abuja, Babatunde, Babatunde from Lagos, Lincoln Amos from Lagos. We have a lot of people from Lagos. Jennifer from Lagos, Godwin Bankole, where are you joining us from? Apupola Susan from Lagos, Joseph Lagos, Afonja from Badagry, Godwin from Lagos. You are all welcome. I'm Dr. Stephen Akintai, and I'm joining you from Baltimore, okay, in the USA. I've been on vacation. Jagede from Samson, and I think it's going to be a longer vacation. Um, and some of you are joining me in Dubai for this vacation we're doing, and some of you didn't make it this year. I hope that next year you're able to join me for vacation. How many of you like to go on vacation? All expense paid. GText is paying all the bills. Okay, so we have about 20 something people. GText is paying their bills from the 3rd to the 8th of January. So they're starting the year with a fresh perspective. We're also going to be taking them to, later going to be showing a few pictures of some of them. We're also going to be taking them to some other bigger real estate companies in Dubai for excursion and for them to even see how such companies market property. And so it's going to be a wonderful ride. Today, I want to share with you a powerful topic I've never shared before. Um, Dominic, are you now live on social media? I've been waiting. Eric, what are you waiting for? Do you need anything from me, Eric?
Yes, sir. I'm trying to connect, but don't worry. Thank you. You are going live. Sorry about that, sir.
Okay, so one of the things that I want to talk about today is a powerful topic, and I want you to please stay with me. Don't lose focus and write down, the 8 points I'm going to be teaching, and also write down even the thing that I've not said, because for a class like this, there's always the unspoken perspective, right? There's also always the aspect of this that has not been said, that is, like it's kind of an hidden aspect. Dominic, please, on WhatsApp, can you send me the link to this webinar so that I can share it to my audience also? So there are
Okay, sir.
some hidden aspects of that sometimes are not directly spoken, but if you can capture it, it's going to help you a lot. First of all, I want us to know that you and I are disadvantaged. Most of you watching me are from Africa. And because you're an African, you're just disadvantaged. Even the color of your skin is a disadvantage. Early this week, I'm still going to be doing a video on this. Early this week, I had a very rude experience. I'm currently here in it's a Marriott hotel, it's a 5-star hotel. Okay, and you probably will expect that you won't experience racism here. It's about almost 30 floor building. This is my hotel here, and very beautiful view. But you will think that my money wouldn't allow me, to experience racism. I was taking the elevator. I was by taking the elevator, and I saw these two white couple. And to my shock, I wanted to join them, and they signaled like something was wrong. So I thought, because my what's it called, my face mask was down, so I immediately pull up the face mask before I entered the elevator. And as soon as I entered the elevator, they jumped out. the two husband and wife, they left the elevator immediately as if I had leprosy or something was wrong. And before now, I used to I could tolerate certain things, but I've worked hard to be where I am today. I've written 35 books. I'm sure they've not written anyone, right? I've grown my business from $10 to multi-million dollar corporation. Okay, I spend the room normally costs here almost 200, 300, $400 per night. I'm not going to be experiencing racism after spending good money in a hotel, in the same hotel. So I waited for them. So they left me alone to take that elevator. I'm left and took another elevator. So I waited till I got downstairs, and I waited for them. When they came out, I said, that is racism. And I'm not going to take that from you. So immediately they started, oh, no, no. The rule says that only two people in the elevator, except your family. I said, there's no rules that says that here. He says, just put on your face masks. Oh, we're sorry, we're sorry, we're sorry. Well, sorry for yourself. But that was racism, and I ain't gonna take it. So I need to know that people like us have something to prove, because by just the color of your skin, you are at disadvantage. Just because you're black, everybody think you should, even when there's a disease killing everybody, right? People still have the mindset that, maybe you have the disease more than everybody else because you're black, okay? That's COVID now, because I believe maybe they are claiming COVID-19 was their excuse, which is nonsense excuse. Also, you need to know that because you're black, an average person sees you as a scammer. Typical experience is that you most likely are a scammer for whatever reason best known to them. So you have that hanging on you. Also, because you're black, everybody expects you to be poor. That one, I don't think they are wrong, because most poor people are blacks all over the world. Here in America, some of the poorest places in America are where black people stay. It's unfortunate, it shouldn't be. But I need to know that the reason for that was because the first thing our parents struggled for, and you can't blame them for it because they were right to have struggled for that first, was not money. Okay? People like Martin Luther King, first war that they fought was that black people can get the same quality of education as white people. Okay? That at least black people can go to school, that people we too can be equally educated, because before now it was only a privilege to be in school. It was only something for white people. And even when they started for blacks, they said blacks can only go to the school by themselves alone. They can't mix. All that were the war. In Africa, our parents who were not taken to slavery to this part of the world also fought the war of just doing everything they could to make sure that you and I went to school, right? Bottom line, there were a lot of wars that have been fought for you and I, but the war has changed. Unfortunately, many of us have not come to that realization. The new war is the money war. For you to fight racism, you have to be wealthy. For you to fight poverty, which naturally position you for racism, you have to fight poverty. Remember, okay, the lender, by the way, Eric, you're not streaming on YouTube yet, not on my YouTube, not on GText Homes YouTube, right? You need to understand that the borrower is a servant to the lender. It's in the Bible. So if we continue, and that's one of the things I keep talking about African nation, if the African nation keep borrowing money from the Western world, if a disease that ravaged the world and we're the last to overcome that disease, then we will remain the dumping ground. So we need to fight the money war. How, years ago, I don't know that many of you are aware. If you're aware, type I'm aware. If you're a Chinese person, you're almost equal to blacks. You're also second rated. If you know that type, I know, right? There were certain countries that, they are also like, they were not number one years ago. But today, even America is fighting a battle of for her life because China has taken over, and China isn't joking about taking over the world. They're not even joking, And the same thing Nigeria can do. What did China do? China understood that it was the money game. China knew that they needed to become manufacturers. China understood that they needed to provide, no more playing victim. You have to be the one producing, no more consumption. You have to be the one producing what the rest of the world is consuming. So today I want to teach you on a powerful topic of how I became a billionaire in the real estate sector, a billionaire realtor. And the reason why I started with all that story is that when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. One of the first war you need to fight is the war of your why. If you don't have a good why, you ain't going to struggle. You need to know what I've gone through. When people like me started selling real estate, when I go to people to talk to them about real estate, they just look at me, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, Nigeria condition, no sọ yín Dubai. Hey, yeah. That's the kind of experience I used to have. In other words, people, just because I walked up to their office to sell property to them, are already pitying me that, yeah, a graduate, see how you have been walking up and down, begging people to do business with you. Hey, yeah, it's crayfish that obviously make condition to bend. Now, how have they not dehumanized you that way? Today, that story has changed anyway because people now know that realtors get good commissions and there is respect for them. But when we started, it was a mockery thing that people just look at you like, you must have really struggled for you not to have anything else to do but to be selling properties. But the story is changing and it's going to change a lot more and get better. But the reason why I took time to share this racism conversation with you, you need to have a why, guys. Can you type, I need to have a why? And those of you in the class, shout, I need to have a why. Very important. You need to have a why. If you don't have a why, you ain't going to work. I have grown my wealth to a point where if I no longer work, I can never be poor and my children can never be poor. So why do I still work very hard? Why am I coming here to train you guys? You didn't pay me a dime. Why am I putting energy? I woke up as early as 2 a.m. here in Baltimore because the time difference and to prepare what I'm going to be teaching you guys today, right? And why am I doing that when it's not as if you're paying me? It's because I have a why. I have a why. If you don't have a why, little success gets over your head. Little achievement, you quit. Little, breakthrough, you relax and get so arrogant and your neck will be bigger than your head, just a little. And I've seen this happen to most Africans. Just a little success is gotten over their head. They can't see deeper. They can't see that, hey, there is still more to life. There's still more I can be. Why are we not having too many Dangotes? Because we just get comfortable. A lot of us hate rich people. But it's not rich people we need to hate, it's ourselves that we need to begin to talk to. Why do we get comfortable when we have little success? Those are the real questions we need to be asking ourselves. That why do we find ourselves in situations where we get so comfortable? Little success, little achievement, it's because many of us don't have a why bigger than I need some money to pay my bills. I need some money to eat. You need to have more why than that. So I have 7 points I'm going to be sharing with you today. How many of you are ready for me? If you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready. Okay, so how I became a billionaire realtor and how you too can become one. Okay, there's no rocket science. Let me start by saying it's not easy. Real estate, first of all, is a long time game. So it's not one of those get rich quick business. Okay, you have to be consistent, you have to be very determined. So it's never get rich quick. It took me 12 years to get here as an entrepreneur in the real estate sector. It took me 5 years. And the first 4 years was one of the most miserable years of my life in the real estate sector. Okay. And I can tell you that for a fact. But there are principles that ultimately leads to that result that you desire. And one of them is that you don't just give up. You don't just give up, no matter what you're facing. So let's go. Everybody is ready. I'm excited about this class. Number one, you need to see the big picture. Can everybody, either you're in the class, shout, see big picture. If you're online, type, see the big picture. That's the first thing you need to do. You need to see the big picture. I was in Manhattan some years back, and I had a Nigerian who is a tour guide in the US. And he took me a tour around New York, Manhattan. And he was showing me houses that a man by the name John D. Rockefeller bought. I don't know if you know John D. Rockefeller. If you know him, type, I know him. If you don't know him, type, I don't know him. John D. Rockefeller is the first American billionaire. So if they say somebody is a billionaire in dollar in the world, John D. Rockefeller was the first person to be a billionaire in the world, right? In dollars. Okay. And he showed me how John D. Rockefeller decided to go to Manhattan and started buying properties. He showed me those who did not sell their house to John D. Rockefeller, because that's one of the first biggest Manhattan developer, John D. Rockefeller. He showed me those who sold the house to him, those who refused to sell. You know the funny thing about this story? The houses of those who refused to sell to John D. Rockefeller is still the smallest house in that entire street in Manhattan till today. It's still the smallest. Every other one by John D. Rockefeller, some of them 20 stories, some 50 stories, some almost 70-story high. Okay, different apartment, right? Of course, his children have since sold all those things, and most of his money is used for charity, to help people and things like that. So some other new people own it, but he was the first person that started developing it. Now you need to see the picture of Manhattan when John D. Rockefeller started. Okay, I'm probably going to see if I can Google it and show you. For you to succeed in real estate, you need to have a big picture. And you, as the realtor, is the one who need to have the picture. Because many of the people who want to buy property from you don't have that picture. So you take them to a location and they are saying, you know, uh, this place is not good enough. Okay, I'm not sure this is a right location for me. You see people tell you that, are you okay? Is this the kind of location you want to take me to? God forbid, I don't want here. But you need to have the picture of what you want to see. Okay, so I'm going to show you a screenshot right now so that this class can be very real to you guys. See Manhattan. These are pictures of Manhattan when these developments started years ago. So this is how Manhattan looked like years ago. Okay, Manhattan, New York. So in those days, Manhattan was one of the places, even for John D. Rockefeller, where he used to, because he was into oil business, because of the water, he has one of his standard oil then, was there. Okay, can you see this picture that my cursor is moving around? If you can see it, type, I can see it. Do you see how marshy the entire Manhattan looks like? Can you see how marshy it looks like? Can you see how marshy it looks like? Can you see? Can you see how Manhattan looked like years ago? Can you see? Okay, as at this time, it has started developing. So let me show you Manhattan today. Okay, the same place. The same location, not new location, not anything. This is Manhattan today. Can you see this? See how tall? You see the skyline. Real estate, ladies and gentlemen, is about vision. Can you see? If you can see, type I can see, guys. I want to be sure you guys can see. Those of you in the class, please respond. Can you see this? You need to, okay, see the big picture. That is the first point. If you want to become a billionaire realtor, when everybody is seeing darkness and gloomness and, nothing can, happen in Nazareth, things will never work, you have to be able to see something they are not seeing. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to see. Okay, you have to be able to see. Something happened yesterday. One of our estates in Abuja, it's called Jasper Estate Abuja, and one of our team member in Abuja said, "Oga, I need to send you a video. Oga, I need to send you a video." And I was like, okay. So he just sent me a video, and he said, "Oga, you won't believe it. The same estates everywhere. Everybody is building everywhere." Now, we bought that estate earlier this year or in the middle of this year, right? Right now, everywhere is like it's a construction site. And what he was looking at is he was almost asking me like, "Sir, did you know that everybody will start developing?" Because the timeliness of how we bought, it was like you bought a land 6 months down the line, everybody's building. Everywhere just changed, right? So for him, it's looking like, is this thing jazz? How did Oga know that, But it's nothing, it's just foresight, having foresight, being able to have the big picture, okay? Understanding that, look, the property everybody is saying is nothing today will soon be worth billions tomorrow. The Nigeria that everybody is saying is going to die, is going to break up, is going to ground into pieces, into powder, is still going to work. And one of the reasons why I can tell you that comfortably is because I have done some research, particularly in the US where I am at the moment. You need to know the battle the USA have gone through. USA has been through civil war. This year has also made many of us to understand the real issues in the US. United States of America is really divided among whites and black, divided amongst Hispanics, divided even, I was shocked. Let me share this story with you. Do you know Joe Biden just appointed the first Native American, okay, to become secretary in the US? You don't understand. The people they met, the white people met in US, okay, just became secretary, like what we call minister in Nigeria, for the first time since the history of US. Can you see the level of injustice? Can you see that level of injustice? So when people are telling you Nigeria is going to divide, well, maybe. Nigeria is going to be messed up, maybe. Let them know that real estate is all about risk. Okay? Some people took risk. Some look at where I am now. This place is called downtown Baltimore. Okay, now this entire place was a marshy land years ago, marshy land because of the water around it. Okay, there's a river down the line, all marshy, all marshy. But some people bought this land despite the water, despite the marshiness of this neighborhood, and it has become the most developed part of Baltimore. Many other parts of Baltimore is, occupied by really, really poor people. Here, you hardly find black people, mainly white people here, because it's the most expensive part of the entire place. Somebody bought here, some people bought here. They saw into the future. They took the risk, they invested. That's the same thing for you. That's your job. That's your job. So when you're meeting a customer telling you, "Sir, I think that property doesn't make sense," You need to be able to have foresight and educate them well. I'm not if you're excited about the first point. If you're excited, type I'm excited. Come on, guys, talk to me. If you're excited, beautiful. Number 2, are you ready for number 2? If you are ready, shout, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Oh, beautiful. Number 2, master the art of selling. Master the art of selling. I realize that a lot of us don't like selling, but to my surprise, people like begging. And, and can I assure you, if you don't sell, you will beg. I want you to write that down. It's deep, Abi. Oh, deep. If you don't sell, you will beg. And it's the truth. And selling is more dignifying than begging. Because in the case of selling, it's an exchange of cash for value, right? Value exchange for cash. In the case of begging, it's give me something for nothing. So which one is more dignifying?
Selling.
Selling. Because in the case of selling, I am giving you a property in exchange for cash. Let me also tell you this. Selling rewards more than begging. You make more by selling than begging. You make a lot more. When you beg, it's only the crumbs that falls on your laps. That's if the person is even in a good mood to do so. But when you decide to sell, okay, you can get a lump sum. In fact, let me also give you this. I think this will be more exciting for all of you. And this is a powerful principle, okay, that will really, really change your mindset going forward. And I want you to write it down and never forget this. Anytime you need money from a rich man, look for a product to sell to him instead of begging him. Can I say that again? Anytime you need something from a big man, a rich man, look for a product to sell instead of begging. And I see people do this a lot, even to me, right? Instead of begging somebody you feel has money to dash you something, okay? Sell something to them. And I will tell you why people feel rich people don't want to give them something, or rich people are stingy and they don't want to give. And is in one word: money discourages effort. Can everybody shout it? Money discourages effort. Everybody, can you shout it?
Money discourages effort.
Yes. So anytime I give you money for free, you didn't do anything for it. What I have done unknowingly, but what I have done is actually to discourage you from actually doing the real work that will help you to get money. I've empowered you to be lazy. This is one of the reasons why rich men always give birth to children that squander their wealth, because they have no reason to work hard. The money is there. Our father has more money than we can ever spend. Okay? So a rich person knows that to just be dashing you money for you doing nothing, he or she is enabling your poverty. Because today I give you money. How about tomorrow? You will spend it. You need more tomorrow. Okay, I give you tomorrow. How about next tomorrow? How about the weeks after? So what you should be doing when you see rich men, two things. Number one, sell something to them. If you need money from them, sell something. Number two, tell them to teach you how to fish rather than give you fish. I've said this over and over again. I am yet to have a single family member, I'm not kidding you, who has walked up to me to say, you know, uncle, brother, teach me how to succeed in your business. I've not met one. But when some of them see me, glory to God, we heard he just came back from the US. You see, God has been performing wonders. My father told me that, you know, there was a child of your father that will succeed.
It's a lie. They used to mock us when we were growing up. They were lying because we were very poor. So they are lying. The father didn't say so. The brother probably warned them that that family, they are too poor. Don't go near them. Okay? So, but you see, story starts. You know, we have always known you'll be this successful. And I tell people, I say, don't play that game. Rich people want to help you, but they don't want you to be a liability to them. Okay? Because liability also leads to envy, strife. And many of you have had people you helped several times, like several times, and you just help them without them doing nothing, but they are family members. And you notice later that they were gossiping about you, that they were backbiting about you, that there was some level of envy that was coming out of it. If you've had that experience, come on, let me know, right? That at the end of the day, it was almost like they were envying you, like they were. And I tell people, I said, you caused it on yourself. I've met people who tell me that you caused it. Because the human nature, God never designed man to beg. God designed man to be to be a blessing. Remember that the Bible says he created you in his what? In his image. So he didn't create you to beg. So anytime there's somebody who you are begging, even though they are helping you and you are saying thank you, something in your heart is saying this is wrong. I am not designed to be a slave to this man. Is this making sense at all? It's just, these are real truth. We don't say them, but it's the truth. These are powerful principles. So I tell people, are you financially broke? You say yes. Go and look for something to sell. If you don't have what to sell, look for people who are successful around you and say, sir, what do you have that I can help you sell and you give me a commission? That's better than begging. What product do you have that I can help you to sell? And that's how you build wealth. Right now, I'm beginning to connect with a lot of very successful billionaires who are also speakers in the US. And I'm going to be hosting many of them next year. And I remember when I told somebody I'm going to be hosting X person, this person, they were like, why would they come? I said, you don't understand. These people too need the African market. They need the African market, and it's huge. And knowing that I am a big guy in the African market, and I've walked up to them to say, hey, I have the African market. Come expose your products to them. Everybody is saying, yes, yes, yes. But if I had gone to them and say, oh, you're a billionaire, help me, help me, help me, help me, they're going to say, no, I don't want liability around me. So rather, I would go to them and say, hey, the African market is right. It's right. I'm your guy in Africa. I'm your guy in Africa. So let's make it happen. So look for what you can sell. And I'm happy that many of you watching me, you're already a member of the GCP program. If you're a member of the GCP program, can you clap for yourself? The GText consultant program. Come on, clap for yourself. You're already a member. Okay, those of you who are not members, please the website and register is www.gtexthomes.com portal.gtexthomes.com. Can my IT team help us post those links across all the various platforms where we're streaming this? Okay, it's www.portal.gtexthomes. I'm also going to type it here, but my team can help me type it. So you could go register. There you will be able to register and earn commission. This year alone, GText has given out almost 100 million naira in commission. How many of you are happy about that? Almost 100 million naira has been paid out in commission to people who have sold properties for us, as we've done over $1 billion naira in transaction this year. Okay, and to God be the glory. So you can, and you see what I'm talking about. This set of people who have earned commission could have walked up to me and said, Dr. Stephen, can you help me? But instead they said, no, you sell real estate. I'm going to help you sell your real estate, and you're going to pay me commission. And they've become millionaires today. Okay, millionaires, and literally millionaires. Somebody even got a particular month, got almost 5 million naira 1 month in commission. That can be you. So start selling something. Master the art of selling. Become a professional salesman. Be exceptional in selling. Okay? And selling is easy. I remember I used to be so shy growing up. I didn't know how to sell. Okay, I used to be so shy. But I learned it and see where I am today. I don't know if you think I'm good in selling. Okay? And let me tell you how you know you are a good salesman. You will not sell. That's the secret to selling. Okay? The secret to being a good salesman is that you don't sell. I'm not kidding you. You don't sell. You only present opportunities to people, right? If their brain is correct, they will take advantage of it. Just learn how to present that opportunity in a way, are we together now, that is logically making sense for them to do it. That's all. Okay, just present it in a way that is logically. Many of us could not make money in selling because we are trying to sell. You are never supposed to try to sell. You shouldn't even sell. Just present darkness and light. Choose one. I don't know if you are Christians. You notice that's sometimes how the Bible works. You just be like, hey, there's light, there's darkness. Choose your choice. I don't go. Check most of Jesus' parable, right? Foolish, the 10 virgins, the ones with oil, the ones without oil. Choose, right? Parable of talents, the ones who invested their talent. Your choice. And that's why I tell people Jesus is the biggest salesman I've ever seen. And can I shock you? Your pastor is one of the best salespeople you will ever meet. They read those sales books. You think, how do you think they market Jesus to you? Some of us in your families or Batala you worship. Now you say it's Jesus you never saw that you'll be carrying. Right? Afas, have you met Afas? That one Afas ever buried. Ha! No! When they finish marketing you, you say, Muhammad in my worship, right? It's critical that you understand that these are professional salesmen and women. Yes, they are marketing religion, they are marketing faith, right? But you can also market values and services. Why do you think a lot of people are beginning to get angry with religious leaders in Africa? Because these people have so marketed us, right? That, our companies are closing up, factories are closing up, people are resigning their job to go and sit in mosques, to go and sit in churches. And that's why everybody's saying there should be a balance. Is this making sense? Come on, talk to me if this class is making sense. Type is making sense. But the real reason why you will choose, okay, to do that is because somebody marketed that opportunity to you. That's why. Mr. Dominic there, can we all clap for him? He often coordinates our program at the GCP. Can we clap for him? Dominic was given an opportunity to work lesser hours, 3 days a week, right? Which sometimes we then include weekends. Because of his church, he said he preferred to work 5 days a week. Look at him. Look at those of you in class. Look at the man. You see what? You know why? He said, they have given me a responsibility in church. I am the one that do it, and if I will take salary cut than to leave that. How did that pastor market this guy to that point? You should ask him. How? Okay. Are you getting value, guys? If you're getting value, shout, I'm getting value. If you're watching online, type, I'm getting value, I'm getting value, I'm getting value. Come on. Number 3, I became a billionaire realtor. Be genuine in your approach. Be genuine in your approach. When we say that good salesmen do not sell, I mean that. Okay? Now, the ingredients is actually that you are genuine. Okay? You are genuine. God sees my heart. there is no estate that I sell that I don't believe in. I always tell people, when people argue with me that, follow me, I'll tell them, I say, look, I'm the first to invest in this property. Our companies first put our money. Do you think we are foolish, okay, to put our money in a property we don't believe has prospect? Okay? And whenever I say that, many of them will just say, send your account number, I'm paying now. But it's because they could see the genuineness that I believe in this product I'm selling. Many of you are into real estate. You don't believe in real estate. If I ask some of you now, do you have a car? Many of you in class or those of you watching online, yeah, let's even do that. If you have a car, type 1. If you don't have a car, type 2. And those of you in class, if you have a car, raise your hand. Let's see. You have a car, raise your hand. Okay, I can see a whole lot of you have a car. Okay, everybody, car. Okay, beautiful. Next question. If you have a landed property, even if you don't have a house, because the house you even build, right? Many of you don't know it's not an asset. If you live in your house, it's not an asset. It's the house you rent out that is an asset. Okay, so if you build a house and you live there, some of you shout, I've built 5 bedroom. Come, let me tell you the story of how God gave me the house. Right? But the house you live in is not even an asset, it's a liability. It's the house that you rent out. So how many of you have a land? If you have a landed property, raise your hand. Those of you who are watching online, type, I have a land, if you have. If you don't have, okay, type, I don't. And don't lie, don't lie. God is watching, right? God is watching, he's watching. We are not in church or mosque, but God is watching you right now, like right now. Okay, so, but the reality is, you can see that it doesn't make any sense. You cannot be driving Land Cruiser and still have a landlord. It doesn't make a sense. It doesn't make any sense. How many of you agree with me? You are driving Land Cruiser and you still have a landlord, right? You are not yet a landlord, but you are driving Land Cruiser. It is not wise. Yeah, it is not wisdom. So wisdom is that you want to prioritize real estate. And those of us who are realtors, let me tell you one of the powerful secrets. Pastor Nee always comes to teach us in this class. One of the biggest secrets of Pastor Nee, he's done over $1 billion in transaction. One of his biggest secrets is whenever he takes clients to site, and when some of them will be seeing land, I say, I like this land. We say, I have 2 plots there. It wasn't lying. It's true. So many of them, when they see that this guy has property, he himself has put almost all his money in real estate, then they are able to believe that it's genuine. So many of us, the problem is that you yourself, you didn't put your money in real estate. It means you don't believe in real estate. Now you are telling people, Ewara, come and buy, come and buy. They know you are lying. They know you don't believe. When I started, I was like you. Honestly, when I started selling real estate, I was like you. Okay, I remember the day we went to take my client to one of those land. If not that the founder of that real estate company and my older brother started that real estate, I would think the man was taking me to go and do money ritual. True story. We were going. And I'm talking of on Third Road. We were just going. On Third Road. It was Shimawa. We were just going. If at some point you don't see, this road is being constructed by so company. Because they were even the one now paving the road in some place. We were just going. And hey, I kept looking. And I'm the marketer. I am the marketer. That's the funny. I'm the marketer. I wasn't the one buying. But even me that was marketing the land, fear they catch me, say, hey, am I safe? Okay, are we sure? Where is the land? When we got to the land, in my mind, I said, oh, Lord, magic. Customer, I buy. Let me get my 10%. Me, I know if you buy this land. Me, I know if you buy. Today, I regret not buying those properties. Okay, because can I shock you? People live there now. The entire place. You now know the funny thing with those land. Redeem the new camp is now behind those places. The new, because then they had just built one other auditorium, they were just expanding. So I felt, and I remember the man was telling me, Redeem will build another big camp, and they will even do airport. I said, Washington, 1 year. But me, I was encouraging the customer. Yes, on my car, new auditorium, big, but in my mind, I said, Allah, my me, I not go buy bush. But I'm regretting that I didn't buy it today. Okay, but do you know that that's why customers don't buy? They know you are not sincere. So if you want to be a billionaire realtor, you have to be genuine and be sincere. Put 80% of the money you are making from this real estate into buying more land for yourself. Put it. GText is there. Okay, I'm probably the biggest realtor for GText homes. Okay, of course, I have no choice, you will say, Abi. But ask maybe the accountant. I'm yet to withdraw 1 kobo from GText homes in commission for all the land I've sold since 5 years ago the company started. Everything, what did I tell them to do? Keep helping me buy land. Can you imagine? You are the one that use your money to start the estate. You start marketing to other people. Your commission, again, you want to use it to buy land inside your estate. Yeah, because the truth is that if I still don't own a good portion of my estate, very soon they will do association of Jasper estate owners. Many of you don't know, it has happened to many realtors in Lagos, and they will kick you out of your own estate. How many of them? You started the estate, they will kick you out. Association of Jasper estate owner. Now say, don't mind him. That's how the association hereby move tenant Dr. Steve Akita, even though yes, he was the founder of the estate, but tenant needs to leave our estate. He makes too much noise on social media. He's embarrassing us. We don't like him. So if you are not careful, you will become a tenant in the estate you marketed. Say God forbid. Come on, type God forbid. So be genuine in this effort by putting your money. One of the best marketer we had last year, who is still one of the best this year, when he got every of his commission, he did like me. He's doing like me. Everything is putting to pay for real estate. He has never withdrawn any commission. Just say my commission, put it in real estate. Put it in real estate. So, and he's a young guy. He doesn't even have a car. As at the time I met him, maybe he has now. But he kept saying, no, I want to use my commission to buy. So be genuine. And guess what? Those who do that, they sell more. This year, the man sold more. Because now when you are selling that estate, you just show that here's my receipt. I'm also buying. So it's not a story. I'm also a landlord here. I'm just asking you to come and be my neighbor. There's nothing powerful like that. I remember having the biggest, when I call Buga, I have ever seen in the real estate sector. A top realtor, one of our ones in this sector. I went to his estate, already well built. So we're doing video, I was trying to help him promote his estate. So we're doing video. He said, well, before you can even buy our estate, you must pay a certain amount that we use to do background check on you. I said, God, levels. There's levels to this game, right? He said, because I'm one of those who is privileged to choose my neighbors. So I am selective. Have you ever heard such before? Person won't buy person won't buy the house where they sell. He said he go pay you money first. You will go do police report on him. Right? Right. Before you now consider whether you will sell the house to him or not. Levels. Okay? But that's the opportunity that you can have when you are genuine. Because you can tell that, I say, look, I have my estate here. I will consider whether I would choose you to also be one of those that will live with us in this estate or not. How many of you are getting value? Come on. If you're getting value, type, I'm getting value. I'm enjoying this class. I thought you were going to clap for me. Let me feel welcome. Now, if I'm doing a good job, let me know. I appreciate it. Good. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. Number four, get a mentor. Get a mentor. Okay, this is a business that you need to have a mentor. You can't do this on your own. You need to have mentor locally, internationally. Let there be people who have gone ahead of you. Okay, I remember one of the confidence I got this year to expand our real estate business was when I went to see one of those malls that we have in this sector. And the man took me to do a tour. And I asked him, I said, how many acres do you have here? You know, he said, I have, was it 20,000 acres? Yes, you heard me. 20,000. If I remember, I had to repeat it again, just like you too. Like 20,000. So yeah, 20,000. Can I shock you? It's waterlogged. So my brain couldn't fathom you buying 20,000 acres of water and you are not afraid of what it will cost you to sanfill the entire place. You know, what mentors give you audacity to succeed. Can everybody shout that? Mentor give you audacity to succeed. I want everybody to shout it. Mentor give you audacity to succeed. That's what mentors do, audacity. Because the little you are trying to do and you are even feeling like the thing plenty, when you are able to meet mentors who are doing heavy work, you just say, come on, what's wrong with me? How much am I doing? For example, some of you, you know, you are afraid of selling, 100 million naira property. Can I shock you? The people who will give you peace of mind are those who bought 100 million naira from you. I have somebody I sold a house to, I think 50 something million. I'm still looking for the guy till today. I'm not kidding you. The one you sell 5 million to. Hello, where are you? You are US. Who is attending to my property? Check you show 1 million fellowship holiday US. Right? Can you shout? Can everybody shout, God punish poverty? Come on, everybody. No, but I'm serious. Because this client, we started building his house, so I needed to send him the pictures of the house and all of that. I've been looking for him, check him, send grass. He's not replying. And he paid almost 100 million and he's about to do another 3. Right? Boy, poor man. In fact, how many of you notice that when people don't have money, they have a way of calling the money they're investing with you in a heavy way? When they say, how much property did you buy from him? 1 million naira. So almost as if they shout, about the money, it makes it heavy. Like if I shout 5 million naira, I paid him 5 million naira. Well, some of us lost 120 million in property transaction and the world didn't come to an end, right? I didn't even post the person's name on social media. Okay, 120 million. So we have to face the reality that there is a poverty mindset right there. But you need to understand that you need to have mentors, because when you have mentors, they give you audacity to succeed. Many of those things that look big become small. Let me show you a picture of some guys in the real estate sector that I think you should check them out. Okay. These are not mentors, but they are role models. Okay. And why I say they are not mentors, for someone to be your mentor, you need to go through their programs. And some of you may not yet, you may not be able to afford their programs. But this is Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone is a top realtor, and and particularly if you're in the US, you need someone like this to learn how to use debt to. Grant Cardone is owing over $1 billion in real estate, with big banks, and they can't but support him. Big man, has private jets, doing well. And this is also when you get exposed to things like this, you understand that there's a lifestyle we realtors live that is not that we're bragging. It's just what gets our customer to be comfortable with us. Okay, I tell people, I said, why do you think Dangote has a private jet? Why do you think Otedola has a private jet and a yacht? They are not trying to brag. But these people, an average transaction Otedola does when he was doing oil business is $10 million. Do you think people just give you $10 million like that? And can I shock you, $10 million transaction is not plenty talk. It's about just show me that my money will not be missing. So when Otedola sends its private jet to go and carry you from US to Nigeria to come and check his tank farm, how many of you agree that you not ask him whether you can trust Otedola or not? Huh? Okay, so let me see if I can play this video with you. Will you trust this guy or not? This Grant Cardone. That's his private jet. It's customized. His private jet is customized GC. His name is written on his jet. Do you trust this guy or not? I want to hear answer. Give me answer. Do you trust him or not?
No.
Eh? Whatever he's selling, do you trust him or not? Okay. So when you and this is because this is important. I give an example. When I never knew I was shooting myself in the leg. When I used to travel a lot, and I wasn't showing pictures of where I was, because I used to also have that mindset that to look as if I'm bragging. Until somebody said to me, "Are you kidding me? People are going to be able to trust you more when they see your lifestyle. It's not brag, it's marketing. It's marketing, because nobody can give you what they don't have. So that you as a realtor, there's a way you package yourself that gives confidence to people. Here's another guy. I just recently learned about this guy. He is a broker. He's not even selling any property. He only markets property for people. He doesn't own any of his own. Okay, but this guy is just amazing. And by the way, guys, learn how to use social media to your advantage. You need to master the art of social media marketing. Okay, see the video even on his banner. Can you watch that video? Just his banner alone. He has a verified handle, and many of you don't have your handle verified. Go and verify your handle ASAP. Okay, people will never give you the money they think you've never handled in your life before. Okay, they will never give you the money they think you've never handled in your life before. And again, can you see these guys? Do you notice that it's their lifestyle? How many adverts are you seeing on their wall? Not much. So what these people do, they spend more money to do paid adverts, but their normal content on their account is more of their lifestyle. Because they know that anybody who wants to do business to the volume they are doing, we first check out. Okay, we check their wall, we check their platform. Can you also see how they arrange their social media and do their phone number is there, their email, everything is well laid out. Okay, everything is well laid out. So what they do, they spend a lot of money doing paid adverts, a lot of money. But their normal daily post is a lifestyle post and not necessarily marketing. You see, part of why I said to you, good salesmen don't sell. They just give you options. It's wisdom on your part to do business with them. Okay? It's wisdom on your part to do business with them. Okay? Are you learning something, guys? If you're learning, type I'm learning. Come on, guys. I'm excited about this class. Okay? Obviously, I cook this training well. I told you I woke up very early, 2 a.m., just for you guys. Okay? Are you learning? If you're learning, shout I'm learning.
I'm learning.
So I've given you two guys, Ryan, Sergeant, and Grant Cardone. These two guys, I want you to start following them on social media. And they are called role model. A mentor is somebody you have direct access to. You are going through their program. A role model is somebody you admire, you want to be like, but you don't have direct access. So don't come tomorrow and say, it's my mentor. Okay? He's not your mentor. You don't yet have, you don't yet kind of have relationship with him, because Nigerians always mix those things up. Okay, there's a difference between a role model and a mentor. For someone to be your mentor, you must have some direct access. Okay, are you ready for number 5? If you're ready for number 5, type I'm ready, I'm ready. By the way, let me also say this under number 4. Be willing to pay to be mentored, or be willing to serve to be mentored. Okay? For example, I have seen some people who say, Mr. Stephen, mentor me on how to, in the real estate sector. They claim I'm their mentor. But guess what? They go and sell real estate for other real estate company and do not sell for my company. See how, I'm indeed their mentor. Some will say, Theoacta is my mentor, right? They will go and buy property from another real estate company. They didn't buy from me yet. Oh, you are my mentor. And they will tell me, Mr. Stephen, some even have the boldness. I just got 5 acres from so company. I didn't buy from you, but I'm coming. I'll soon buy from you. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So what you are telling me is that I'm foolish to have taught you for free on social media. And you use what I taught you to go and buy from somebody else. Does that make sense? So there are 2 ways to get a mentor. You either serve the mentor or you pay. Okay? The reason why I'm spending time with you guys is because you're a member of the GCP. So your success is my success. It's my joy that you're able to sell and make money for yourself. And it's my joy that I'm able to expose you. Who keeps walking out of my meeting? Right? I don't like people picking calls in my meeting. I can assure you that person is not about to pay you 20 million naira. I promise you. Those who want to pay 20 million will send you a text or send you WhatsApp or do you a mail. I can assure you. It's somebody, who is not paying you anything tangible. Right? When you are in a meeting, put your phone on silent. When people are calling you, tell them I'm in a training. It's part of how they are going to respect you. Right? If you're always, hello, if I even pay my money, is my money safe with this person? Okay? So, I'm telling you the reality about this industry. So send them a message. I'm in a conference meeting. I'm in a training. I'm going to call you back once I'm done. That's how you do it. Okay, it doesn't matter how much. Doesn't matter. I've had people who, I remember I had a client, the man did over 100 million with me. And he kept calling me all the time. I said, oh God, let me tell you this. I don't pick people call. You can't keep calling me like this. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Yet he paid me 100 million. Right? Carry yourself now with dignity. Respect yourself. People will respect you. But if you're always running, hello, you can be with me for 5 hours and you see me pick one call. I've structured my life. Order your life. I have people who receive calls for me. Anybody who must talk to me in person should send a WhatsApp. This year, I'm even canceling the WhatsApp. 2021, you can't chat me up on WhatsApp. If you don't have my WhatsApp number, if you have it, you better save it well. 2021, I'm not giving out my number again, sir. Even the WhatsApp, I know they do a mail. Right? I'm employing about 4 more people who will be handling my mail. Do a mail. If it's important, go through my office. They will reach out to me. If what you want to see me for or talk to me for is important. Because many of the things that we think are going to help us is actually what is distracting us. And it's the reason we're not making enough money. Because the time you need to spend to develop yourself, to expose yourself, you're going to use it well. Okay. And for me, this 2021, I'm running several training programs, some with Harvard, some with some top realtors and all of that. I just finished a 3-month program with Harvard University. And so it's a loaded year. I want focus because you need some level of solitude, right, to build an empire. Guys, you need some level of, it's not hello, 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 hello. Are you learning, guys? If you are learning, type I'm learning. I'm learning. Okay?
I'm learning.
Number five, be visible. Okay? Okay, be visible and know that it is not show off, but a way of building confidence with your customers. Be visible. Many of you are winking in the dark. Nobody is seeing you. You need attention, you need to be seen, and you need to be visible. Anytime that, by the way, guys, I want to invite all of you to the real estate bootcamp. We're doing live from Dubai, but it's a hybrid class, just like this one. It's for 3 days, live from Dubai. We'll also be taking you through tours. We have different speakers we have brought to Dubai to train you guys. You don't want to miss it for anything. I'll later be giving you the details, so don't leave anywhere. I'll be giving you the details to go and register. It costs you a token, but trust me, I promise you, these 3 days anybody who goes through that class, you can't do less than 100 million in 2021. You can't. It's loaded. It's a loaded class, loaded. So, and it's a mixture of both exposure. We're making your eyes see, even those of you watching virtually, most of the tour to other estates, other real estate companies, big real estate companies in Dubai, you will be seeing it. So we made it hybrid. If you're in Dubai, you can come physically. If you are not in Dubai, you can watch it online from anywhere in the world. And we've made the online viewership very cheap. I think it's $40. Then the physical class is $100. So that you can afford it. You don't want to miss that class. It's going to change your life. But number 5 is be visible and understand that your visibility is not for show off, but to build confidence with your customers. You have to be visible. How many of you did a Facebook Live showing the estates that GText sells? Can I see your hands up? You've done that this year? Okay, you see, many of us have not done it. Thank you, God, those of you who did it. That's a nice one. You should do more, right? That's how you are going to be seen. You need to go to those estates with your phone, do a Facebook Live, do video, and say, here. Now, let me show you another model. How many of you watched the video I posted some days where I've been marketing Jasper? That model is for those of you who are not in Nigeria. I stood here in the US, but edited was now showing footage of Jasper. Go and watch that video. If you're a member of GCP, ask for the video, they are going to give you again. That's another model. So even if you are not in Nigeria and you're trying to sell GText property in Nigeria, okay, you can do a 2-minute video, then get a video editor to add, to superimpose the images of the estate you are trying to sell. Does that make sense at all? But people want to see you confidently tell them that this is an estate, you believe in it, and that they should buy. This is a property, you believe in it, and you should buy. My $92 million property sale in Dubai happened through that. I did a Facebook Live in Dubai, and these people from Australia liked it and invested, right? I already had a partner in Dubai whose number I put. All I did was go through the property, and I was streaming it all, and then asking my partner to tell them the price and all the questions they have, and that was it. $92 million sold like that. Okay, so it's important to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that you need to be visible. Can you shout, I need to be visible? Everybody, come on, shout, I need to be visible. Those of you watching online, type, I need to be visible. I need your energy, everybody. Type, I need to be visible, everybody.
I need to be visible.
Good. So be visible. Let them see you. Let them see you. I'm not going to buy from you if I can't see you. What are you running away from? A lot of people have said to me, say, Dr. Steve, you know why I trusted you and your company? We can see you. We know you are not going anywhere. You built a reputation bigger than your whatever we are buying from you. Customers tell me that you built a name. Your name is bigger than the 100 million I'm buying from you. Because sometimes I always ask some of my customers, I say, how do you trust? You bought property 100 million and you disappear, we'll be looking for you. What was going on? They no be you. Forget that one. You are visible. Okay? You have built a name that is bigger than 100 million that I paid your company. Okay? Do you see what we're talking about? So you have to be seen. Some of you, I know you may be shy, you may not, you may have, and some of you also have cultural issues. Teach you anybody amount for all bony or in real estate or what about tisita conri or what you gola fi on. It's almost like pepper them, right? But this pepper them is for selling, marketing, so if your family member begin to disturb you, Uncle Aripe ilẹ̀ ní ṣe ti lówó gan ní estate everywhere, send owó, tell them, marketing, àbúrò mi, marketing là ń ṣe, right? So when I started, I remember I used to have those pressure, okay? Family members will just, we saw you in your big mansion. I said, àbúrò mi, MD ni mi lóòótọ́, but salary lèmi náà ń gbà. I collect salary. Every month they pay me 2 salary. Yes, I'm the MD, but I also have other investors. So salary mo ń gbà. Èló ló fẹ́? No salary me tó kù ni, and the little I can do. You ask for 100,000, I send you 10,000. I know try. I try now. So I already have a charity budget, okay, for family members who always see me do well and then call and start to ask for favors. But I have seen many people who will not market because of the fear that family members will start asking them for money. But you are hurting yourself. You need to be seen. You need to be visible. Now, how many of you do regular Facebook Live? I want you to start from today, once a week Facebook Live to teach on real estate. Okay, at least once a week. How many of you will start it? If you start it, shout, I'm going to raise your hand up. If you are watching online, to raise your hand up. Okay, I want to see those of you who will start. 2021, once a week at least. Okay, you will do Facebook Live to educate people. What is real estate? Importance of real estate. Importance of buying a house. Importance of landed properties. Just educate people. I need to know that the biggest secret to become successful is called information marketing. Can we all shout information marketing? Everybody, come on. Information marketing. Information marketing. Beautiful. That is how you grow this thing. Information marketing. So you have to educate them. This, because men, you think they have money, but they don't understand. Not all of them are aware of the benefits and how. So educate them, teach them at least once a week. Almost every day I do Facebook Live, almost every day. Okay, and some people who are not happy with my Facebook Live, some people say I'm arrogant, some people say I'm proud. I've been asking them that when I buy my private jets, how proud will I be? If you think I'm proud now, you saw me do show in Rolls Royce, and you think I'm arrogant. When I now, start doing show in private jet and I buy private jet, well, how arrogant will I be? So it's normal for people to talk. One of the first things you need to overcome is the need to please human beings, right? How many of you agree with me that it's those at the top that are being criticized? Have you heard of the word backbiting? What does it mean to backbite? It means you are at the back. So you are at the back and you are what? You are trying to bite. Does that make sense at all? The new definition of backbiting means you are at the back and you are trying to what? Bite. At the back, you are trying to bite. At the back, you are trying to bite. So they are at the back, and by the grace of God, they won't be able to bite you. So learn to emotionally overcome all this people talk, right? A lot of them will mock you. A lot of them will. I remember I was in Manhattan. I was trying to teach about packaging. I paid $161 to have a haircut. Before I knew it, people started insulting me. Oh, on top of my own money. That with the poverty in Nigeria, as if I'm the president of Nigeria, as if I'm responsible for the poverty in Nigeria, right? Someone say you use 80,000 to barb hair with all that is happening in Nigeria. What's my business with that? Am I the one that caused that? If I ask you to vote for me, you won't even vote for me. If I decide to say, okay, I want to be your president now, you won't vote. So what's my own? And the same you that is insulting me self will be the one that will not vote. Why not go and ask Buhari? Does Buhari use 80,000 to barb hair? You know the wristwatch him and his family are wearing. So I don't get it. But one of the things I remember I said in one of my write-up is that when I was trekking in Lagos, where were you? Why were you not complaining that why are you trekking? You don't deserve to trek. When I was taking Molue in Lagos, why didn't you complain that I was not supposed to take Molue? When I was taking Keke Napep, when I posted poster one day, I pasted poster from Songota to Ikeja along and back. I got back to Songo 12:30 a.m. Tears were rolling down my eye as I was coming down the Molue. I was not trying to cry. My body pitied my life. And my eye, or let's say my eye pitied my life. And tears were just rolling down. Like, you're a graduate and you are suffering like this. Where were those people who now want to analyze how I should spend my money? So you need to know that these are normal part of the things you're going to experience, but you know what you're doing. You know how your goals, and you know your aspiration. And guess what? Wealth has helped us to do much. On Christmas Day, 2 days before Christmas, my wife was able to reach out to families and we gave them money. On Christmas Day, we cook food and gave over 200 families. This year alone, we have donated over 20 million naira. That's what wealth can help you to do. So you know what you're doing, whether people agree or they don't agree, whether people think you're good or not. You know, your covenant of giving is between you and God. Does that make sense at all? So, you know, you need to know that just live your life, because many of you are not able to be visible because you are worried about all this, what people will say. Get off that. Are you ready for the next point? Number 6. If you're ready, type I'm ready. I'm ready. Eric, what's the issue? Why am I seeing your face, Eric? What's it?
There's a feedback we're getting from you as well.
There's what?
Feedback we're getting, it's coming from.
You are not hearing. Can you hear me now?
We are hearing, but it was interfering.
But is it working now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, beautiful. Are you ready for number 6? If you're ready, type I'm ready. So for those of you just joining us, I'm Dr. Stephen Akita, Africa's most sought after investment coach. I'm sharing on how I became a billionaire realtor and how you can do the same yourself. Okay. Number 6, genuinely love your customers. Number 6, genuinely love your customers. I need to know that as a billionaire realtor who does transaction in billions yearly, I cannot assure you that everybody will like you. All your customers cannot like you, but you genuinely love them. Genuinely look after their interests. Genuinely do your best to see that they succeed in this, in the transaction they are doing with you. Be genuine, be sincere. I remember when we started real estate, many people didn't believe us that we were real because we didn't have money to start construction like we are now doing. Today now, many of them who didn't believe us then, they are regretting they didn't buy, because you know what? Some of them who want to buy those estates now needs to pay more. When we started selling Sapphire Estate, it was 750,000 naira, 750,000, 750. Right now it's 8 million naira because, 750, right? 750,000. Can you imagine? I remember one man came from the US, Mr. Tony, when, it was one of my mentees, Abiodun Abdul, that I taught in real estate. She was a broker like you guys. She took him to the site. She brought him to us. And it rained. So she made up, she was already worried that because it had rained, this man would not buy. Because it, and as at that time, we are not even done do road, she had to be pointing the estate from afar to say, do you see that house? After that house, that's where the estate starts from. So in her mind, she felt this man will not buy. Guess what? The following day, the man say, send me your account number. She couldn't believe it, right? Like, in fact, she now told the person to come to the office. So the man asked for me. I mean, then I used to see clients in the office. We're not much. We just started. And he came to the office and looked at me. I said, Dr. Steven, he said, this is your estate. This is your Sapphire estate. Some years from now, you will sell it for 100 million. And you sell houses here for 200 million. This was like a customer is marketing me on my own product. So I was just shocked. He said, I will tell you why I am saying this. He said, 19 something, I went to Dubai. He said, I'm into the oil business. He works with the oil company. Says, 19 something was early 2000. He was in Dubai. He said, he went back to Dubai this was 2015 or 2016. He said he couldn't believe his eyes, that he regretted. Then they used to tell them to come and invest in Dubai. They were like, who will invest in sand and water? All that Dubai had then was sand and water and oil in Abu Dhabi. That Nigeria will get good rainforest and all of that. I will not buy. It's desert, I will not come and buy. You guys are not serious. He said he regretted not believing in Dubai. He said, when I got to your Sapphire estate, I saw the same picture. Something told me that years from now, you will sell property here for 100 and 200 million. Can you imagine? Customer based in US was saying that to me. Based in US. Some of you in Nigeria, you have never crossed the border. You're like, Ikorodu, it's too far. Oh, but like, you don't have somewhere in Ikeja. Come and chop Ikeja. Do you have the Ikeja money? Do you have Ikeja money? Do you have somewhere in Ikeja? Like, I kind of like Ikeja. Continue. Right? I tell people, if you're really serious about real estate, you have to be humble. Start with what you can afford. Is that one you can buy? Buy. Right? I told you my story in Shimawa. If I had bought the place now, I would have been in front of Redeem Camp. Probably I would have built hotels for people who go to Lagos. But I just felt then, the place was too far. The bush of yesterday is the city of today. I want everybody to type it. Come on, everybody. And those of you in class, shout it. Anything I say, type, shout. The bush of today is the city of tomorrow. Everybody shout it.
The bush of today is the city of tomorrow.
And that's just the reality of it. So whenever you meet customers and they are giving all these stories, tell them, okay, that even another version of this statement is that the bush of yesterday is the city of today. So let them know real estate is all about learning to humble yourself, and you start at some point, okay? And that's how you get to the top. I'm not sure if you are enjoying this class. Again, if you're enjoying, type I'm enjoying. Come on, everybody. If you're enjoying, type I'm enjoying. Good. Number 7, be forever hungry. Be forever hungry. That's one of the biggest mistakes most people make. Little success, it gets into your head and you're not hungry. Be forever hungry. Many people are not hungry for success. They just make some little money and they're just all over. One of the things I tell people is that Mark Zuckerberg is the age mate of many people who claim to be big men in Africa. Is their children's age mate, Mark Zuckerberg. But yet, the guy is, I think, the 4th richest man in the world, Abby. And the guy still goes to work every day. He still works hard. He's still expanding. He's still ambitious. Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world. He's still expanding Amazon. still hungry, still goes to work every day. Elon Musk, right, who is believed to be the future of definition of wealth in the world, still goes to work. The guy is still hungry, still pushing every day, still talks, still hungry. In fact, I remember a conversation between two billionaires in dollars, between Elon Musk and one other billionaire on cryptocurrency. And the guy was like, he has invested almost $1 billion in cryptocurrency. And Elon Musk was saying, can you invest that bulk? Is it possible to buy that bulk? And then the guy replied, Elon Musk, like, yeah, it's possible. Billionaires are still hungry, like, where is the next big thing? Billionaires in dollars. Then you see an average man in Nigeria, he just has 2 cars and 1 house. The way he even move his tummy. First of all, by their tummy, you shall know them. I've met several people who said to me, are you the Stephen Akita? I say, yeah. So I thought I would see a man with big pot belly. And then the man would just be moving like this. Hello, how are you? You know? I said, well, the people me I'm emulating and I'm looking up to, they are not like that. Okay, they still roll their sleeves and they are far richer. In fact, they will turn my own money to coins. You know, coins? The people me I'm looking up to, they will change everything I have, turn it to coins. Okay, and yet they fold their sleeves and do the job. So why will I not be hungry? So you have to stay hungry. Can you shout, stay hungry? Everybody, shout, stay hungry. Okay? So as you begin to achieve success, remain hungry for more. There must be hunger. There must be hunger. Many of us are not hungry for success. If there's any reason people are not very wealthy, it's because they're not hungry. Look at this. Okay, why some of you, this hotel was intentionally chosen. I didn't make a mistake. I've been here for weeks now, and I've been studying the entire layout of this location, and I'm asking myself, how do I replicate this in Dubai? How do I replicate this in Nigeria? How do I replicate this in the UK? How do I replicate this even in the US at some point in my life? How do I? Can you see some houses down there beside this, this river? Can you see? I don't even know right now whether it's a lake or a river, but for the purpose of this class, we'll call it a river. Can you see some houses like a floating house? They're on top of the water. I don't know if you can see it up, I can say it. Can you see it down there? Okay. I've walked everywhere, and even today I'm still going to walk down. I'm just studying. Okay. It takes a hungry man to think that way. Stay hungry. Stay hungry. That there's still more. There's still more. There's still more. We have just begun. But unfortunately, many Africans that I have met, one of my biggest concerns with us, we just get too comfortable easily. Little money, nobody, you're already there. If anybody say, try again, say, oh, come on, don't talk to me. In fact, I have seen some, I've met a lot of people in the US and the UK. The only achievement in their life is that they travel abroad. The only achievement is that they travel, they are living in the UK. They are living in the US. That's the only achievement. And it irritates me when I meet people like that. Dr. Steve, I'm grateful to God that I came to the US. Kilo Tifi USA achieve. I don't live in the US. This year alone, I don't live in the US. I'm only here for vacation. But I have 4 companies in the US, and I've done over $200,000 this year from the US, despite lockdown. Okay? So, how about you that you are there? You live there morning and night. It's $20, $30, $20 an hour. Yeah? Stay hungry. Stay hungry. Wow, somebody just gave me a powerful quote. He says, stay hungry, stay foolish by Steve Jobs. Powerful. This is a quotable quote by Steve Jobs. Stay hungry, stay foolish by Steve Jobs. And that person say, And this is very powerful principle to success. Stay hungry. Don't ever get to a point where you now feel you have arrived. You begin to fall that way. A lot of times I ask myself, someone like Dangote, how has he gotten to that point where he's still hungry? He's still hungry. The guy is still expanding every day. Okay? So let's stay hungry. Can we all type, I'm going to stay hungry?
I'm going to stay hungry.
So stay hungry for success. Stay hungry. Number 7. Are you ready for number 8, right? Number 8. If you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready. Number 8. If you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Number 8. Okay? Get exposure and training. Get exposure and training. One of the trainings I did here in the US on real estate cost me $27,000 in real estate. I'm doing another one in real estate, about 4 modules next year. They are $2,900 each. So that's about, everything is running out to about $12,000. Okay, $12,000. Somebody say, why? I want the exposure. Some people have done what I'm attempting to do. I need to know how they did it. Success is not difficult, it's replicatable. You just need to know those who have done it and learn from them. Unfortunately, we have an arrogant generation, very proud generation. I can do it by myself. I don't need anybody's help. That's the attitude we have, right? I can do it. I can do it. I don't need anybody's help. I don't need anybody's help. My friend, you need people's help. You need education. They won't just help you for free. That's just the rule. It will cost you something for them to help you, but you need people's help. You need to learn. You need exposure. Okay, you need exposure. People ask me, why did you open a company in Dubai? Why did you open a company in the UK? Why did you open a company in the US? I said, I want exposure. I need to have the exposure. Is it me that was born in Maiduguri, right? For many years in my life, there was no electricity, there was no running water. Okay, my parents were civil servants. I was born poor, right? I went to university in the same Nigeria, where we didn't even have hostel where I went to. So, and yet I have great dreams and big dreams. I need exposure. How have other people done it? How did they do it? How did they do it? Okay, I tell people, we are unfortunate to have grown up in a poor background have to be more hungry for exposure. We have to take mentorship more seriously, because let me give you a typical example, right? In the music industry, how many of you know Davido? If you know Davido, type I know him. How many of you know Wizkid? How many of you know Wizkid? Okay. Now, Davido's father is a billionaire. And many people may not know, Davido grew up here in the US in Atlanta. And a lot of the musicians, American artists, Davido grew up going to clubs, meeting them in studios, right? So he got those things almost on a platter of gold. And his career never even, take off until he came back to Nigeria, because here in the US, he was dealing with the bigger fish. Nobody knew him. But he came back to Nigeria and then started doing well. Now, you now have a Wizkid. Wizkid has been in the UK for like 2 years now. It's even dating a lady who I think maybe is either US or British. Now, somebody will say, why? Why? No, he understood there's an exposure he didn't get that the other ones got. Are you learning, guys? If you are learning, type I'm learning. There's an exposure Davido got. There's an exposure that DJ Copy, Otedola's daughter, got, right? Of taking music to a global level, even though she's still trying to grow her own. There's an exposure Banky W got, in case you guys don't know. Banky W too was a guy in the UK. Even the Banj were also in the UK. There was some level of exposure that help them to be able to at least aspire big. They came back home and did something big. But you that you hustle from local, you never had the exposure, because this is why some people never grew to the maximum potential they could, because they could have done better than they were doing, but they didn't realize that what I have seen, you can't go further. You know, the Bible talks, I'm a Christian, so I'm always quoting the Bible, that as far as your eyes can see, look at the scriptures, the Bible, everybody got blessed in the Bible. And I think it's the same thing in the Quran. God had to take them out of their father's house. And almost everybody got blessed. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, God took them out. Joseph, you know why? God wanted them to have an exposure. You need to see. You can't do better than the quality of what you are seeing. You can't do better. Else, everybody around you will be hailing you. Hey, Your Excellency, the way God has blessed you. And I see that a lot around me in Nigeria. So I intentionally bring myself to places where I am humbled, where what I have done is peanuts. So I'm hungry again. I am pushing. Else, Nigeria has a way, and Africa has a way of just getting you to be comfortable. You just get it, just get relaxed. Like, hey, because everybody will hailing you. Your Excellency, sir. Yes, sir. Sure, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Meanwhile, they are telling you you have even overdue. Relax. Calm down. So if you will go further, you must push yourself. You must force yourself to get certain kind of exposure. Come on, guys. Are you learning? If you are learning, shout, I'm learning. Come on, guys. I need response. If you are online, type, I'm learning. I can hear you. I'm getting value. Whatever word you want to use to describe this training, go ahead. Describe the impact of this training. Go ahead. Please get exposure and training. I'm begging you. Get exposure and training. Since 2016, you do not qualify, okay, to be my real estate mentor if you are not doing billions of dollars. And I started that since 2016. I carefully look for people who are doing billions of dollars, because me, I'm still billions of naira. And I will go and start learning, observe. Those that can mentor me, I turn them to role model. I want to check what they are doing. I want to see it. I want to get inspired. I believe with some of these points, if you will execute them, it may take you 5 years. It may take you 10 years. It may take you 15 years. Some of you, it may take you lesser than that. But I can assure you, it's a matter of time. You'll be a billionaire realtor. And I cannot wait for that day where tears will be rolling down my eyes when you will email me your testimony. Okay? Those of you, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Those of you in Lagos.
Yeah.
Those in Lagos, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So what is the distraction? Why the distraction?
No, take it to that.
Why the distraction?
So there's a feedback we got a few minutes ago. So that's what I'm trying to sort out. There's a feedback. It's distorting your sound.
And those of you who are watching on webinar, mute yourself, please. Everybody should mute their audio. Those of you watching via webinar, because anytime you unmute yourself, there's always feedback. Okay, so those of you watching the webinar, mute yourself. So guys, I am happy about this class, and I wish you all the best. For some of you, maybe 5 years, some of you maybe 10 years, some of you may be 15 years, and some of you may be lesser. I cannot wait for the day I will be reading your testimonies and tears will be rolling down my eye. That you watch this training, You were live in this class. And right here, God turned things around for you, and how you were encouraged, you were motivated, and you took action and you started. But the beginning, don't forget, is for you to go and register on www.gtext.portal.gtexthomes.com. It's been pinned to the Facebook wall. For those of you watching on the webinar, you also have it, www.portal.gtexthomes.com. Go and register there. It will, after you register, it will link you down to a WhatsApp group. Join the WhatsApp group. There's also a Facebook group. Join them. Okay, that's how to register to become a broker with us at GText. You will be having access to flyers, videos, start posting them on social media and marketing all the estates that we have. And as you market, you have the opportunity to get 10% commission, okay, for every sale that you make. And you start your journey of building wealth that way. And that's how we've been able to do it. And God has helped many people to be millionaires this year. By the way, guys, can you hear me? If you can hear me well, type I can hear you. If you can hear me well, type I can hear you. Okay, some of you who know the website, kindly also help us type the website for those who are struggling to get it. Okay, please let me type the website again for those who are struggling to get the website. But I think the website has been given. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, everybody can hear me. I'm happy to know that. So I'm going to take 2 questions from those of you in Lagos. Okay, let's make it 3. Let's see the hands of those of you who have questions. Raise your hand if you have questions. Let me see how many of you even have questions. By the way, can you express yourself? Have I done a good job? If I've done a good job, you can clap, you can shout, whatever way you think you want to appreciate me for this class, go ahead and do that. Come on, everybody. If you think I've done a good job, let me know. Okay, appreciation is key. I tell people, Africa, we don't have heroes. You know why we don't have heroes? We don't appreciate our people. Okay, I've always said it again and again, and I have no regret saying this, that Africans do not appreciate their heroes when they are alive until they die. That's why we lack heroes. Okay, our job is always to always focus on what the weaknesses of people, right, rather than focus on their strength. Nobody is perfect, and the reason why the Western world is doing better than Africa is because they appreciate their own people. They really do. I remember how Donald Trump said we have to protect Elon Musk. He's one of the geniuses that we have in America. I heard Donald Trump say that. He said we have to protect Elon Musk. The president of America was saying that. Will you ever hear that from a governor in Nigeria or a president in Nigeria? They don't even know you exist. Okay? The president of America said we have to protect Elon Musk. He's one of the most brilliant guys we have in America. Donald Trump said that. So the reason we lack mentors and heroes is because we don't appreciate people. We don't appreciate. Our focus is always the thing that they did that we didn't like. That one that we are not okay with. And trust me, there is no perfect human beings. There is none. Doesn't exist. I always ask God, why? Well, what I've learned is that He makes God God. Okay? One of the things that humble us as human beings is our weakness. When you and I realize that we are not God, okay, it also humbles us, because you don't know that you are who you are by the mercies of God. How many of you agree with me? If you agree, type I agree. Okay? So we are who we are by the mercies of God. But what we need to learn as a people, okay, what we need to learn is learning to appreciate our heroes and people who are doing their best to make our community, our society a better place. So I want you to once again help me celebrate these people. They are our hero for 2020. Okay, we really appreciate them. On October 2nd, that's Red Fest. We have an event called Red Fest at a very beautiful beach. We encourage every one of you not to miss it. Be there. It's free for all our realtors because we are going to be celebrating all of you that day also. It's also free for all our customers. But if you are not our customer, you are not a realtor, you are not invited. Okay. Strictly for our realtors and our customers. So don't miss that event. It promises to be a great, great time. 2020 has been an amazing year for all our consultants. However, to further appreciate some of them, we decided to, some of them have won all expense paid trip to Dubai. How many of you are glad about that? Can you clap about that? Okay, some of them have won all expense paid trip to Dubai. They're going to be flying down to Dubai from the 3rd of January, actually to the 8th of January, all expense paid. You know, can we come on, celebrate, appreciate these people? Remember, appreciation is a seed. You sow it, you reap more. So he qualified also. Not all of these ones qualified, but Kenna also qualified. This woman is joining us all the way from UK, and she's one of the highest sales realtor for 2020, and she lives in the UK. So when people give me an excuse that they can't sell because for our company because they don't live in Lagos, you know, can you imagine the excuse I get? People tell me that they don't live in Lagos, that they live in other states. That's why they can't sell. I laugh because where people in the UK, in the US, are earning commission, okay, I don't know how you, Bosun won the best realtor last year. This year is not the best realtor, but he qualified for Dubai also. Um, he is based in the US also and qualified for all expense paid trip. Okay, um, so you can see amazing. And I hope this is encouraging all of us, guys. Are you inspired that this will be you? Guys, talk to me. That this will be you. Okay, if you're inspired, type I'm inspired. You know, one powerful statement here is that success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in, day out. Robert Kula. Okay, take action today and see you get results tomorrow. Okay. Also, this I think is the flyer for the event. So those of you who are now going to Dubai, what we've done is to be able to bring the event to you, to your home, virtually. And some of you who have issues with internet, you can come to GText house. You can ask Dominic how you can be part. We're going to be streaming live from Dubai down to GText house. So you can be part of the retreat. So it's the Global Property Sales Bootcamp 2021. Learn how to close property deals anywhere in the world like a champion. We have several speakers. It's 4th to 6th of January, 3 powerful days. And, you know, it's $40 to watch online and $100 if you want to attend physically if you're in Dubai. So those of you in Dubai, you can go register now, www.stephenakintayo.com/sales bootcamp. Go register right now and look forward to seeing you, look forward to seeing you at the top. And I believe God strongly for your success, that it is all going to work out by the grace of God, okay?
Okay, how many of you are happy? How many of you are happy about today's class? If you're happy about today's class, type I'm happy, I'm happy. So let me stop the streaming and then see how many of you have questions. If you have questions, let me see your hands up. If you have questions, let me see your hands up. 1, 2. I like the guy, well dressed, the guy in blue. I love people who dress well and is, you know, I love your tie. That's how to sell, man. You kill it. Okay. So Dominic, have you numbered those who have questions? Have you numbered those who have questions? So number those who have fiscal questions. So take those ones first while you then check those who have questions on Zoom. And then you can read also those who have questions on Facebook, okay? So let's start with those who are in the fiscal class. Go ahead, ask your question. You can unmute yourself. Unmute the, I can't hear, so unmute. Dominic, kindly unmute, please.
Done that, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. I was following along with your class when we talked about Grant Cardone. I've read books on real estate, like that program. So Robert Kiyosaki made mention of something, making use of debt to actually gain more property. He talks about how you can make your monthly, like to finance a house and rent the apartment and use like generate cash and the house is company for itself. So I want to know if something like that replicable in Nigeria, whereby you can get monthly like make a down payment or like and the bank like finance the main part of the money of the property and within a certain span of years, like this 8 years or 7 years, you put it in rental income, the house is something for itself. After the 8 years, the house and apartment that you pay for months. So like the real estate in Nigeria, we don't know this sort of structure inside in such a way that we can actually accommodate something or something happen also here in Nigeria. So that's the question.
So what I would say is that a lot of what you're going to learn from people like Grant Cardone and Ryan are not replicatable for you in Nigeria, absolutely not replicatable. But the pattern is generally the same. The principles are the same. So for example, I couldn't loan money the way Grant Cardone did it with the banks because Nigerian banks are just crazy, and they are. I mean, the best way to finish your business is to start taking loan from Nigerian banks. So what I did was to use what I learned from Grant Cardone to do, because Grant Cardone still raised private investors. I hope many of you are aware. And most of these private investors is able to get them using social media. Okay, he leveraged on social media to attract a lot of private investors. That's what he did. So, and that's one of the things that I have learned, picked up from Grant Cardone, to be able to use private investors, generate private investors using social media as a powerful tool. So when you follow, that's why I said they are role model. When you follow some of these people, it's not as if everything they teach you can replicate, but there are one or two things, which is also why we wrote a book, right? My book on real estate is Maximizing Your Real Estate Investment. How many of you have read it? Let me see your hands up. If you read it, type 1. Those of you watching on social media, okay, can you imagine? Many of you have not.
You can't, be part of what we do and you've not read this book. You should get the book. Okay, we even have a book combo that we are running right now for Christmas. We decided to say you can get soft copy, you can get hard copy of all 7 of my books that focus on investment and on real estate. So the link, I'm going to post the link for you. You can get them. Can you help me post the link? What's Eric? Can you post the link on Zoom, on Facebook, across all social media for people? Okay, please post the link so you can get these books. We One of the things we have done is to pick what they have taught. Okay, to then break it down to the level that is applicable for you as a Nigerian, right? As an African. But of course, if you're an African and you are based in the US, if you're an African and you're based in the US, yes, everything in all those their books are very applicable for you and you can use them because once you're a citizen, you have access to all those loans. If I were to be a US citizen, I will never use my money to grow real estate asset. I will use it because the system is structured to follow you that way. But for you that you are in Nigeria, Nigerian system is not structured to favor loan. The banks will swallow you up. There are people who took loan from the banks and they claim the banks were trying to take more than was due to them and that the bank sent higher assassin to them. I don't know how true it is, but we've heard stories like that. That's how dirty it is. Okay, next.
Um, I'm really really yeah. And I know that real estate is not it's not like getting going on. So my question is, are there like people who look out for all the market? And are there any categories? I know that the realness is like, are there any categories for any reason? Anyone have to
I didn't hear her, but Dominic, if you can help me repeat her question.
I said, I'm really interested probably about 6 months, less than a year. And I know that real estate is not like selling small stuff. It's not like selling jewelry, it's about it's really essential because everyone needs to have a home. But is this something that we sell to a particular group of people, or is this really a mistake for everybody? And is there the particular group of people we have to look for when we want to sell real estate?
Okay, fantastic. So what you are asking is that is this a business that is a niche base where you have a specific category of people that you need to target to sell real estate to? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to pick it based on that. I think that that's what you're trying to say. I'm not sure I heard you well. And Dominic, I'm struggling to hear this. Zooming does not equal audio. So if you want them to come closer to the laptop and ask their question, I think that's better. But what I believe I heard that ask was about is this something for everybody or just for certain set of people? The answer is yes. Not everybody can afford real estate. Mental molu and you say lórúkọ Jésù gbogbo ala máa kọ́lé lọ́dún yìí. Everybody will say me, right? But if you make a mistake, you think that's your market, but that's not your market. right? That's obviously not your market. The person taking Molue cannot afford your estate, and it's very important that you know that. So you need to know that the category of people that can afford your estate, number one in targeting is Nigerians in diaspora. Why? Because they are not affected by the recession in Nigeria and a whole lot of what is going on there. The day I was shocked was when, was it Soludo said when he was CBN governor, I discovered that only 3% of Nigerians has 200,000 naira, okay, in their account balance. Only 3%. Do you know what 3% is? 200,000. Now we don't have any estate that goes for 200,000. So that shows me that we are trying to sell to, I'm talking of those in Nigeria now, less than 1% of those in Nigeria can afford what we sell. So when you understand that, you know that most of your current friends may be good as you recruiting them to also become brokers like you. That's why we created this multi-level layer where you can bring in people to sell property, and if they sell, because you brought them, you also get a commission. We actually structured what we do that way to help many of you, who, because you may not have somebody who can buy, but you know someone who can buy, and from there you still get something. But in an average person in diaspora, even with their $20 an hour, have something stable. They have stable income, many of them too. Many of them have access to taking loan. Particularly due to COVID, many of them had massive access to loan. Some were able to take as much as $50,000 in loan, and some of them get 10,000. I remember one of my mentee, he had two companies, he got 10,000. Even me, I could have gotten um, a couple of loans from the four companies that I have here, even though I refuse to take loan. I just, since I'm not based here, I'm not interested in taking any US loan. But it's important to know that they are in a better position, UK, US, Canada. So when you do paid advert, you should spend money doing paid advert. Target Germany, target US, target UK, target Dubai, a lot of these places, right? Target those countries, and I promise you, you will be able to get your target market of people who can afford what you are selling. But you have to spend money to do paid advert. But there are also Nigerians who can afford. There are just not many, okay? But there are Nigerians who can. There are probably 1%. So if you're not careful, if you target just Nigerians alone, if you have question on Facebook or Zoom, just type your question. Dominic is reading them. We'll read it out. So if you have, and Dominic, once they ask their question, mute yourself back because I think there's a scratching sound from your end. So anytime they are done asking their question, just mute it back again. So I've muted it now. So I hope I've answered your question, but I can assure you, you can still get that 1% because 1% of Nigeria population is not less than 200 million. I need you to know that. And at least over 100 million have bank accounts in Nigeria. So what's the 1% of 1% of 100 million is how many? Who can tell me? 1% of 100 million is how many? Huh? 1% is 1 million. So can you imagine that 1 million people can afford what you sell? Do you see what I'm talking about? And you don't need more than 20 clients in a month to be a big man. If I have 10 clients, you have already hammered in a month. So in a whole year, all you need is 100 customers. So imagine 100 out of 1 million. So you have some of them in Nigeria, but I advise people expand that net, okay, to those in diaspora, because in diaspora now, you are tapping into another 10 to 30 million, okay, and almost every diaspora is your ID customer. At least maybe they can buy White House Estate, Aton, you can buy at least 2 million, because remember, that's just $4 million. And if you have been in the US for 2 years and you cannot afford to pay $4,000, obviously the witches in your village, despite the cold, were able to fly down to US to see to your matter. They were able to, because you will have assumed that the cold will have caught their wings, so they won't be able to reach you. But if you still can't, it must be a serious matter. Next question.
Good day, sir. Thank you for the opportunity for giving us to be part of the program. I'm one of the few people like have the benefit from selling for GText. So one thing I'm trying to get to people is at university. So there's this particular course which is the real estate course, for $900 and something, almost $1,000. I want to ask, is there a way we can break it down instead of paying the whole amount and pay it like in installment, maybe in 6 months, and share it with, because it's something that I really want to be a part of. But right now, I'm not going to spend enough money.
If I get you where you're asking about Stuyvesant University, you can pay in installment. I think we have $17, right? You can, $17 should be something you can pay, $17 for 2 weeks. And if you are not okay after, if you can't afford going further, you can cancel it at the expiration of that. So you can start with that, right? So meet Eric. Eric is there and he can help you. Okay? So just visit www.stuyvesantuniversity.com. With $17, you can sign up and you start doing some of these courses and get your certificate. Okay, next question.
Those are from the physical class in Lagos. That will be all. Okay, there's one more.
Okay, so that will be the last one. Let's start reading the ones on or the ones on Zoom.
That's me, Dr.
Good afternoon.
What is academia? This is marketing. Do we even mention of complementary card? Can we do our own complementary card? Or is it just only to make availability of that? Then, secondly, last week we took up an educational card in the seminar. Are we giving right now? I don't have a distinct right. And am I also capable of giving out that education? Or should I don't know.
Okay, so Dominic, please tell the printer you can do general complimentary cards and give to everybody when we resume. So like we said, we have the 3-day conference from the 4th of January to the 6th. Yeah, okay. So on Tuesday, 12th of January, we're going to be resuming our Tuesday training. So we will make sure the complimentary cards are available at that point. ID card we cannot give because you are not a full-time staff and we need to be accountable for anybody we give ID cards to. But you don't need ID card actually. I feel with your complimentary card, you should be fine. You get t-shirts, face cap, even if they can't give you free, buy one. But brand yourself and you'll be fine. I think what's important, my sister, is your confidence. That's why we say, even me, I have watched this morning, I still listen to video courses on sales, on marketing, on real estate. Every day I'm learning. I'm reading a book, I'm listening to something. You need to boost your confidence, right? Because ultimately what helps you to sell is confidence. Unfortunately, like I said, for some categories of people, they will see you as being arrogant, but leave them. I mean, when two rich people jam themselves, they know the difference between arrogance and confidence. Do you understand what we're talking about now? So the other people who think you're arrogant is because they just don't get it. But trust me, people who are wealthy knows when you are confident. So, but confidence come, and what the proof that you are confident that you know what you are talking about. You have the data, you have the facts, right? You have the right information. And once people can see the depth of knowledge that you have, they will respect you. Some of you, for example, if I ask you what's the definition of C of O, you don't know. If I ask you, can I buy a land without C of O? Some of you don't even know. If I buy a land without C of O, what are the processes I will need to take to get the C of O? Okay. What are the types of, what are the land sizes? What are the various documents? We don't know. And these things are available. You can Google them and start reading them. So you have to know that it's not cheap, it's not easy. You must know what you're doing, you must know your onions well. Some of you, if I tell you what are the GText terms and conditions, what are FAQs, frequently asked questions, on our form. Some of you don't even have the form of the estate you are selling. So you need to understand that there are internal work you need to do. It's not about the external one. There are internal things you need to do. Another thing we're doing for all of you in 2021, we are creating an office where you are free to come with your laptop and work. We'll provide internet for you, and you can meet clients in that office in 2021. So for some of them who say, I want to come meet you in the office, you can literally come to the office, wait for your customers, and they meet you in our office, and you talk to them, and and you're able to close. How many of you are happy about that? I thought you clap about that. Okay, so that's another way to support you. Where we call it the GCP office. You can always resume work any day, anytime. Just book online that you're coming. You resume work like it's your office, and you work from there with your other colleagues, attend to customers, and all that. Yeah. Okay. So can we take Dominic, under the Q&A, you see people's question there. Can you read it out? Okay, because of the scratching sound, just yourself, I'll read it out because of the scratching sound. Anonymous says, how do I get flyers to distribute across to people? Ask for it on the GCP group. Okay, we have flyers, and we have some physical flyers in the office also. Anonymous also, please don't always change your name. When you join a Zoom class like this, when you click on your name, you see rename. So use it and rename yourself. Next time, I'm not going to reply question by Anonymous. Okay. How do I register on ERP for commission? You can ask that question. There's a video course on GText Homes on YouTube on how to apply for your commission. It's there on YouTube. Ask for it. You can also ask on the WhatsApp group, general WhatsApp group. They'll give you the details. Olabanjo says, what will it cost me to become a protege? Well, just register on the GCP program. Other coaching program that I have is expensive, so I don't even market them publicly. You must buy, so I tell people, just buy the books, join the Sivakta University, start small, okay? And work your way to the top. Because if I tell you $20,000 now, you start shouting. But I have paid more than this kind of money, right, to learn what I know. So why not start with the free ones? We start this thing small, right? It's free to join GCP. Most of my books are very token, like I've given. If you go to www.sivakta.com/GBT, you can get 7 of these books, 7 different books on business, on real estate, on investment, right? This one was even, there's one of them, the good, the bad of investing. This one is on there's one I have here also. The Billionaire Investor by Stephen Akintayo. 7 books, $100. Okay, for soft copy, and $200 if you want physical copy. They will deliver it to your house anywhere in the world. If you can't buy the bulk, just buy one on Amazon or buy on my website. Ask anybody you see there. We must take our year serious. If you can't invest $100 on yourself, $200 to educate yourself, then you are not serious about growing and being better. Okay. So start with the books. The StephenAkintayoUniversity.com is also there. It's $17 for 2 weeks. Join there. You write course. You even have certificate. Like my sister who wants social proof. At least you'll be able to get certificate from that course and show on social media and say, I'm now a graduate of Stephen Akintayo University on real estate. Because these are part of how you market. Because when people see that you graduated a class on real estate, they take you serious. They know you might have learned something. Okay, because this is how we did it. I just got a certificate from Harvard. I'm going to be posting it today. You will see it. It's part of it. Okay, it's part of how you market yourself. Right? It cost me over $5,000 for this one. But that's how you market yourself. Because at least somebody is saying, this person must have learned something in this area. So you want to show, those are part of what we say, be visible. Being visible is not just making noise. The good part of you, the successes you are making, let people see it. Because that's what gives them confidence to buy from you. Ola Banjo says, I would love to have your email contact if you have always envisioned being a billionaire realtor. Why not send me a mail, info@GText@StephenAkintayo.com, info@StephenAkintayo.com, info@StephenAkintayo.com. Okay, whether I personally reply you or not, you most likely will get a reply. Okay, particularly if the question is something that needs a reply. Please note, in 2021, I may not personally be replying your messages because of the volume I'm dealing with. But I can assure you, many of them I'm seeing it, and I've gotten trained some amazing people who will be attending to some of the concerns. There are a couple of emails I want you to write down. compliance@gtextglobal.com. compliance@gtextglobal.com. So if you have any issue concerning any GText staff and how you are being treated, okay, particularly if you don't like it, just send a mail to compliance@gtextglobal.com. We also have HR@gtextglobal.com. If you want to work with GText, the email is job@gtextglobal.com. Jobs, the job has an S, at GTextGlobal.com. We are taking some interns at the moment, CRM, video editing, graphics, intern. We were focused on people growing with us now. So they go from being an intern, or you are a member of GCP, that's the only way you can work with us going forward. So you grow down the ladder, at least you understand our core values, our principles, and things like that. Let me see more questions. So my email is info@StephenAkintayo.com. That's Godwin says, what's the least amount that I can use to invest in the first property with your company? I guess. Well, send a mail. We have, I think, we have 2 million is the least. But if you are paying outright, I think we can give you a discount for 1.8 or something. I'm not sure of the prices, okay? But send a mail. I think there's a promo. By the way, please, guys, all GCP members, our prices changes from January 1st. We were hit this year. Can you believe that we did over $1 billion in sales and we didn't make profits in 2020 because of the dollar problem? Okay. So all prices changes from January 1st, and if dollar changes, the price changes. Okay, because we are now working based on dollar price now. We advise you to please tell your clients if they want the current price, let them pay before January 1st. Go and meet them, tell them, all those people you have been talking to. Because of dollar, prices is changing upward. Please, if you are really serious at least commit to the property you want to buy with GText because the price goes up. Because we don't want to disappoint our customers. Cost of cement, you all know, has gone up. Most building materials are imported, and as the dollar goes up, those prices goes up. And how many of you are excited about construction? Virtually all our estate, there's construction going on. If you notice, it was this year we started all that. It was a lot of money that had to be pumped into that. So we really, had to adjust our pricing because a lot of companies that many of you admire, the reality is that they cannot deliver. It's not as if they intentionally wanted to defraud people, okay? But the prices they were charging people in the name of they wanted to play the cheap game. Are we together now? They cannot deliver, right? I don't know if you have heard about some estates that the cost of document is more than the cost of the land, right? I don't know if you have seen companies like that. You can raise your hand. Okay, cost of document is more than the cost of the land. Oh, you have not. There are some estates who do that. And I even praise those estates because at least they are trying to remedy the problem they face, where maybe they are hoping they could, make back some money from the document to be able to meet up. Because what you often see is, it's not about somebody marketing an estate, is that they are able to fence the estate, okay, even though it takes time. They are able to provide infrastructure. People are able to start building in those estates. That's the real ultimate goal of an estate. Not that 10 years from now, the estate is the same shape, right? And those who play those cheap land game, the reality is that they cannot deliver on those estates. We have been in this business for long. Even before I became a developer, I've been a broker, right, for more than 12 years now, about 15 years. Many estates crumbled in 2008. Many, they went under. People's money gone. And mark my word, the same thing will still happen, right? Either 2021 or 2022. Mark my word, right? Because you have people who had sold out of come and buy cheap, come and buy cheap. The money they got, inflation hit them there, right? Dollar prices hit them there. So they could not really perform what they promised those people. They run away. At the end of the day, they can't deliver. So please, as a broker, don't play the cheap, I'm going to be selling for the cheap estate, because your name is important. Your name is important. You sell for an estate, they eventually fold up, right? What happened to your name? Your customer ain't going to be happy with you that you were the one that introduced them to such an estate that could not perform. Okay, even though many of them will not tell you that they told you they wanted the cheapest estate. Remember that many of them will always disturb you. Don't you have something cheap? You people are too expensive. Tell them, yes, we are expensive, but we deliver. We'll keep to our words. We deliver. Right? The newest estate, Beryl 2, they've already started fence now. Beryl 2, that we just started. They've started fence work. Okay? So that's the kind of company you want to deal with. Adekoya Paul says, please, sir, kindly send the point highlights here, WhatsApp. Dominic can help recount all that we taught today. You can transcribe and post on the WhatsApp group. Olabanjo says, I really appreciate your teaching today. Godwin says, what is the list? Okay, Godwin, I've answered you. Godwin also says, please, sir, what are the organic options of advertising real estate? Basic platform you can recommend. Well, nowadays, organic attempts don't work. I won't lie to you, they don't work. Except you belong to all WhatsApp, Facebook group of high net worth individuals. That can work. Ikoyi Club, Island Club, golf course. Those are organic, and that's why some of you need to begin to spend money. I remember when I told my wife I wanted to join some golf course, some golf club in Nigeria, and it was going to cost me, some of them 5 million, some of them 2 million. My wife shouted, for what? Okay, but today she appreciates it because the quality of people I will meet in a golf club for you to be able to pay 2 million right? I'm not going to market a property of 100 million to you and we say it's too expensive because for you to be able to, so some of us, the reason why it's difficult to sell is that we're in the wrong environment. Okay, the first step when it comes to marketing is meeting a customer that can afford what you are selling, not that the customer is interested. And you guess where we make mistakes? We substitute interest for affordability. So I've seen even some of my staff used to make those mistakes. They'll come and say, sir, the presentation was lovely. They were interested. And I would tell them, no, can they afford it? So the goal is, can they afford it? Not, are they interested? Okay, can they afford it? So the affordability should be your goal, not their interest. Anybody can be interested, but can they afford it? But do paid adverts. Spend money. Okay, spend this money. Spend this money. If you can spend 50,000 every month on Instagram advert, I promise you things will turn around. Instagram advert, right? Instagram advert. Another thing you could do is strategic partnership. You know an uncle who works in the bank, okay? Or an uncle who is wealthy, or an uncle who is a pastor. Go meet him to say, let's form a strategic partnership. Give me an opportunity to present our estate. If you even need some of our staff to join you, they will join you. Our BDM, Richard, and some other team, Choma and Co., they will join you so that it's not you alone. And don't go alone. Particularly if you are trying to pitch to people who know you, don't go alone. Right? HR, right? Tell them you will share the commission 50-50 with them. You can't afford to be greedy. Okay? That your commission, you share 50-50. Pastor, prophet offering me, right? If you can give me this opportunity, it's 5% of the value. HR, my prophet offering, or my, this is a strategic deal. If the person say wants agreement, do an MOU. Yeah, if you should push for it, I don't mind doing an MOU with you, right? Let's strategically partner. Some of them work in the bank. They know the people who have the money. They know. So they give you those customers and you be faithful. Don't see the money and then cut them out. Be faithful. Be faithful. Some of those who helped me to make the biggest sales this year, right? They never knew we give commission. When they refer those people, I told them in GC, I said, please help me register this person and send him his money. So I just told them, send me your account. And then they got money. And one of them said, for what? I said, the person that you refer, paid. Say, so you can get, you need people, people you will get. I'm not kidding you. The person started bringing, you couldn't believe it. If when the alert entered, they had to call me to say, I got so money. What happened? What was it for? I said, you referred somebody and that's your commission. Say, you pay this much. Okay. You will be tired of people. Customer, you will be tired. Okay. Because he didn't even know. He just knew I was selling, because we were church member, I'm his pastor in church. And so he just felt, let me support, my pastor's business. That's all. He just referred his Oga's daughter. Right? But when the alert entered, the rest changed. It became full-time job for him. Full-time. So you can, that's how you can do organically. But don't be afraid to spend money on advert. Please, can someone write your email? Okay. My IT guys, can you please type my email, info@silveractile.com. Godwin, he says, as an independent realtor, what are the structure I should be able to scale to premium personal brand? Well, create your personal page, create a Facebook page, create a Instagram page. Okay, make sure your page are well detailed. Your profile should be on your page. If you don't have a profile, create a profile. Create a personal profile. We always insist when you join GCP, introduce yourself and state your profile. Create a profile. Some of you don't have a profile. Who are you? What school did you attend? What have you done in your life? People want to see that. Put your email, put your phone number, right? So optimize your social media page. That's the first thing, because when people Google you, they are going to see that. Also, if possible, create your own website. stephenactera.com is my website, even though there's gtexthome.com. That's GText Home is the company, but I'm a personal brand. You are not a businessman, you are the business. Can everybody chorus that with me? You are not a businessman, you are the business. Everybody chorus it. Good. So you are the business. So package your social media brand and makes it look good. And then learn the art of dressing. I think we've done courses on that. Go to YouTube, you see all our courses. See my brother here. See the tie, see the suit, right? I mean, what best suit you see, Lauren, for Christ's sake. And you say it won't sell. He enters your office like this. Can you stand up and show them, my brother? Let them see you, what we are talking about. Can you unmute? You come close to the camera. I want to unmute Dominic. Let them show you. Come and model. Just catwalk to the front of the camera and catwalk back. Catwalk front and go. See pocket square. Yeah, billionaire realtor. Yeah, come on. That go down. Surely. That's how you do it, man. So you can he come to your office now? You say it's a nuisance. See? You even be ashamed to say no to him. This is the way the guy is puffed up. Correct, my brother. Correct. They feel you. That's how to dress. You look good. Have your seat, right? But that's how you do it, guys. So people you're dressing. Some of you just dress carelessly, and then you must look. He looks 10 million right there. He looks 20 million. For some of you, your dressing does not even look 1 million. And you say, I should give you 1 million. I will size you up now. Right? I will size you up. Right? Because people will never give you money they think you've never handled in life before. It's a rule in business. They will never do it. The only time you can begin to be relaxed about your dressing is when you build a personal brand. There's only one Dr. Stephen Akintayo. There are no two. Right? So at that point, if I come with bedroom slippers, you say I'm humble. You see the guys, he's so humble. Okay? But go and check me out when I started. Even faded suit, I will still use starch to keep the thing. Iron the thing till the thing is proud. My suit were always proud. I do like this. So, because you must dress well, okay, to attract the right customer. Okay. Let me see. Rachel Dolapo says, do we have deadline to the time frame for sales? Give yourself a deadline. Okay, how much do you want to sell in January? You must write that down right now. And I want everybody to type it on your notes. How much do you want to sell? If you don't give yourself a sales target, don't be surprised that you ain't going to sell in January. You must give yourself a target. My sales target for 2021 is 20 billion naira. And when I change it to dollars at 500, it gives me $40 million. That's my sales target for 2021. Okay, and I'm already strategizing how to do it. Okay, so if I don't have, there's no way I can achieve any tangible goal in 2021 if I don't even have a goal. You must start by writing how much you want to make every month. So write it down, guys, how much you want to make. Breezeside Limited says, how do I join GCP WhatsApp group? And once you register on www.portal.gtexthome.com, it will lead you to a WhatsApp group. If you are not yet in a WhatsApp group, you post a link to any of the WhatsApp group for them to join. Dominic. Anne says, when are we getting office in Abuja? By the grace of God, we should be in Abuja by March latest. Okay, we should have a residential office in March. Matthew Ezeaku says, please, can you repeat your personal email again? info@stephenactera.com. Can somebody help me type it? I thought they've typed that. Let me see. So I want to say thank you to all of you for coming. If you are not yet on my YouTube channel, go and subscribe. I do a show called Investment Chart in a Rolls Royce, and there are several other valuable information on YouTube. At Steve Actel TV on YouTube. I encourage all of you to go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's going to be one thing that will change your life. I promise you. William Bako says, I'm a lawyer. I've experience in real estate. I want to volunteer free consultancy for all legal questions. Team members may inquire, is this permitted? Absolutely. You can work with Dominic. And that reminds me, Dominic, if Bako is in Lagos, himself and Eitayo should be in our class on the 12th of January. Let's have them so that they can also educate us about, because one of the things also that I realize makes a lot of people afraid to sell real estate is that you're afraid that somebody can lock you up over disagreement on real estate. And that's not true. In fact, especially in Nigerian law, nobody can lock you up over land matter. It's a civil matter. Okay, a lot of people don't know this, right? So please let them get the proper training so that people can be comfortable and confident to do their job. So the only thing, one thing we always discourage, don't let customer pay to your personal account, no matter who they are to you, even if they are your parents. Don't let them pay to your account. Because that's the only other angle they can hold you. Because if they pay to your personal account, then that can be translated to fraud. Are you with me now? But if they pay to the company's account, you are only a referrer. So nobody can hold you to liability or whatever disagreements the customer has with anybody. So please don't ever let customer pay to your personal account. You don't own the estate. You are just a broker. Let them pay to the company and let the company send you your commission. That's how it's done. Because a lot of people have made that mistake. At the end of the day, okay, the client then hold them accountable, which is true because it was and many of them was even a personal account they paid to. So the customer can say, can even claim that they never had agreement, that you extorted them, you fraudulently, there's a lot of accusation that can be labeled against you as an individual. But as a company, you're protected. Even in the US, even tax, right? One of the best ways to enjoy US is tax, is to have a registered company and make sure your payment goes through your registered company. You just have peace of mind, no wahala. It's one of the best ways. So very important, please. I love you all, and I really, really want to thank you for taking this. We've used, I think, 2 hours, 47 minutes. Wow, clap for yourself, everybody. Come on, clap for yourself, everybody. Everybody clap for yourself, clap for yourself, clap for yourself. Right, you have been a fantastic student, and really, really appreciate you all for your time. Can we have a 1 minute silence for a great man? His name is Ubon King. He died, I think, 26th of December. Great, great man. I love Ubon King a lot because he wasn't a motivational speaker. He was an entrepreneur who was able to teach practicality of what he knows. So let's just observe 1 minute silence for him. May his soul rest in peace, and may God grant his family members the fortitude to bear the loss. We'll miss you, Bon King. Incidentally, both of us are also mentees of Grant Cardone. 10X, we're both 10X guys, and he's just a great man. Was very passionate about what he was doing. You all know that those were some of the things me and him shared in common. We charge, but you always know that it was beyond the money. We were doing it because we love what we do. We love inspiring people. We love sharing our stories and helping to change people's lives. Some people consider it arrogance. Some people, feel well proud and all that. But we know in our hearts, I mean, pride is a thing of the heart. We know we genuinely are passionate about seeing that people's life change. He's often called the troublemaker because by the time he finishes with you, it's almost as if he's fighting you, like he's ready to box you right there. And you almost sleep and wake up and see him chasing you to go and fulfill your dreams, right? Very passionate guy, but we miss him, and we pray that God will bless his family. So I also did an interview with him, during COVID lockdown. I want you to go listen to it. It talks a lot about purpose. It's on YouTube at Stivactel TV. Was streamed 2 days ago. Please watch it. These are powerful information that just, when you are immersed in all these things, it just has a way of just, putting you in that right frame of mind. I love you all, and bye-bye. Bye-bye. So please type the URL. For a lot of people want to join GCP. Can you type the URL one more time for everybody? Dominic, please type the URL on Facebook, on YouTube, on Zoom. Type the URL. And the URL is www.gtexthome.com. www.portal.gtexthome.com. That's the URL. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Anyway, I'm talking about the